जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुना वनचारी यमुना वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे राधे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe, Radha Madhav Radhe, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Pancha Tattva, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. जो विष्णुपाद परम सुपरिविराजिकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य श्रीमद अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं, देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया, भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So in this class today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd Canto, chapter 26, text number 11 to 14. What is this? Part 1? They kept here part 1 actually. Okay, no problem. Laptop है मेरे पास. So I will read out till 11 to 13, and this is 14. This is 14 sloka. You all can also repeat it with me. So I will read alone 11 to 13. 14th it is written there, so that I will make you all of you also to repeat with me. 11th text. पंचभिः पंचभिर्ब्रह्मा चतुर्भिर्दशभिस्तथा एतच्चतुर्विंशतिकं गणं प्राधानिकं विदुः. Also I will read translation. The aggregate elements, namely the 5 gross elements, the 5 subtle elements, the 4 internal senses, the 5 senses for gathering knowledge, and the 5 outward organs of action are known as the pradhana. Next. Mahabhutani panchaiva bhurapognimarunabha tanmatrani cha tavanti gandhadini matani me. Translation. There are 5 gross elements, namely earth, water, fire, air and ether. There are also 5 subtle elements, smell, taste, color, touch and sound. Next, text number 13. Indriyani dasakshetram tvagdrug rasananasika vakkarau charanau medram payurdashama uchyate. Translation. The senses for acquiring knowledge and the organs for action. Number 10, namely the auditory sense, the sense of taste, the tactile sense, the sense of sight, the sense of smell, the active organ for speaking, the active organs for working, and those for traveling, generating and evacuating. Now text number 14. So you all also can repeat with me. Mano buddhir ahankarascha Chittam ityantaratmakam Chaturdha lakshate bhedo Urtya lakshana rupaya Mano buddhir ahankaras Chittam ityantaratmakam Chaturdha lakshate bhedo Urtya lakshana rupaya Mano buddhir ahankaras Chittam ityantaratmakam Chaturdha lakshate bhedo Urtya lakshana rupaya. Mataji's. What word meanings? Manaha, the mind. Buddhihi, intelligence. ahankaraha, ego, chittam, consciousness, iti, thus, antah atmakam, the internal subtle senses, chatuhda, having four aspects, lakshate, is observed, bhedaha, the distinction, vritya, by their functions, lakshana rupaya, representing different characteristics. Translation: the internal subtle senses are experienced as having four aspects in the shape of mind, intelligence, ego, and contaminated consciousness. Distinctions between them can be made only by different functions, since they represent different characteristics. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki. The four internal senses or subtle senses described herein are defined by different characteristics. When pure consciousness is polluted by material contamination, and when identification with the body becomes prominent, one is said to be situated under the false ego. Consciousness is the function of the soul, and therefore, behind consciousness there is a soul. Consciousness polluted by material contamination is called ahankara. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Svadantikam. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we are seeing discussion between Maitreya and Vidura. So this Kapilopakyanam is being described. So here Lord Kapila is teaching these things to his mother Devahuti. So here Lord began describing about these 24 elements. So in yesterday's sloka we have seen there is a pradhana. So that pradhana is also known as prakriti. So avishesham visheshavat. So that is, after describing that, so now further from that prakriti, when Lord glances on prakriti, so she got agitated, and the three modes which are presenting in that prakriti so get disturbed and started producing various elements. What are the elements are produced? So we will be seeing in the 11th sloka actually. Text number 11 is counting all those 24 elements. Panchabihi Brahma Chaturbihi Dashabihi. 5, 4, 10. Total how many? Chaturvimshatikam. Chaturvimshatikam means 24. 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 10. So total 24. So what are those 5? First 5, second 5, then 4, then 10. All these things are being described in these 5 texts, 5 slokas. 11, 12, 13, 14. 11, 12, 13, 14. 4 slokas. So first 5, you can see those counting of those in text number 12. Mahabhutani Panchaiva. So 5 gross elements. What are those? Bhumi, Apaha, Agnihi, Marut, Nabha. Earth, water, fire, air and sky. These are the five gross elements. Next, another 5. What are those another 5? Tanmatrani cha. So, tanmatras. That means qualities of those 5 gross elements. So, for earth, what is the quality of the earth? Gandha, smell. Gandhadini. And what is the quality of water? Taste. What is the quality of, that means specific quality for water is taste. What is the specific quality of Vishesham? That means a special characteristic. What is the special characteristic of fire? Is the form. And for air, touch. And for sky, sound. So that's why these 5, so tanmatras. So the next 5 tanmatras are second 5. Smell, taste, form, touch and sound. So 5 gross elements, 5 subtle elements are tanmatras. So next what? Next 10. 5, 5, 4, 10. So before going 4, we are going to see 10. What are those 10? That is explained in text number 13. Indriyani dasha shrotram tvag druk rasana nasikaha. So first, tvak, shrotram, ears, tvak, skin, druk, eyes, rasana, tongue, nasika, nose. And also, these are the 5 knowledge senses. And there are 5 working senses. Vakkarauchara naumedram payur dashama uchyate. So, what are the 5 working senses? Vak means speech. Karau means hands. Charanau means legs. 2 hands, 2 legs. Medram, so medram means so genitals. Payuhu, so the rectum, evacuating organ. So like this, we have 5 working senses. So then after saying that, then what are remaining? 5, 10 or 4 are remaining. What are those 4? Mano buddhira hankaras chittam ityantaratmakam. There are 4. So antaratmakam means antaha atmakam, internal senses. What are those 4? Mind, intelligence, ahankara means false ego, and chittam. So there are the 4 internal senses, total 24. Chaturdha lakshate bedo vrtya lakshana rupaya. These 4 internal senses are also having the 4 different functionalities. So they have specific functions. Because of that reason, we have to divide that internal sense into 4. Mind, intelligence, false ego and chittam. So this is the meaning actually. So now we are going to discuss a little bit more. In text number 11 also there is a purport. I will read that purport. Text number 11 is also having purport, and text number 14 also is having purport. So before going to purport of text number 14, we'll read out text number, before going discussion of purport of text number 14, we'll do 11. So 11 purport, you see. According to Bhagavad Gita, the sum total of the 24 elements described herein is called the Yonir Mahad Brahma. The sum total of the living entities is impregnated into this Yonir Mahad Brahma, and they are born in different forms, beginning from Brahma down to insignificant ant. In the Srimad Bhagavatam and other Vedic literatures, the sum total of the 24 elements Pradhana is also described as Yonir Mahat Brahma. It is the source of the birth and subsistence of all living entities. So, these 24 elements are very much required. So, to have various bodies, 84 lakhs of species, we have all these 84 lakhs of species are made of out of these 24 elements. So, even if you take Brahmaji, or even you can take the bodies of Swarga, you can take bodies of Pitruloka, or you can take bodies of inhuman, that means Earth planet. You can go to the lower planets. Everywhere, all the bodies are composed of these 24 elements only. So, no, only the thing is, the ratio is changing actually. How much of what element is more prominent? So, that is a difference. Otherwise, all the bodies are made up of 24 elements. So, that's why it's a perfect way of analyzing this material body, subtle and gross bodies. If you see in the modern science, they have only some kind of vague understanding of this body. There is no a detailed and perfect understanding. They keep on doing research and adding, which is also having so many defects. So, in this way, that is not a perfect way of understanding human anatomy and also the subtle things, the subtle body. So, all these Jivatmas are different. Jivatma is different from this body. So, Jivatma are impregnated. Here, what is said in this sloka? Yonir Mahat Brahma. This Mahat is Yoni. In the case of any child birth also, you can see, into the Yoni actually Jivatma is placed by the male. So, in the female's womb actually, Jivatma is placed. Same way here, who is placing all these Jivas into this Mahad Yoni? So, who is placing? Mahavishnu is placing actually. Mahavishnu is, by just glancing, he is placing all these Jivas. So, what is the situation of that Jiva? While it is in sleeping. What is the situation of Jivatmas which are being placed in this Mahat Yoni? That means into Prakriti or Pradhana. You can say Pradhana actually. In Pradhana, all these Jivas are being placed. Then after that, Pradhana is producing these 24 elements, and those are all useful to become body for those Jivatmas. But what is the situation of Jivatmas in Mahavishnu's body? Sleeping. Sleeping means they have body. How they are sleeping actually? So, Jivatmas are in Mahavishnu, they are being placed in Prakriti or Pradhana. You can say Pradhana also as Prakriti. So, then, at that time, how the Jivatmas, what is the situation of Jivatmas who are in that Mahavishnu's body? Sleeping means what? To sleep you need body. Body is already there. Then why we need to have this process? What is the answer? What they are doing? What they are doing in Mahavishnu body? Deep sleep. Sushupti. Sushupti is known as that state. Yes, because of deep sleep, what will happen? Jivatma is disconnected from subtle and gross bodies. So then Jivatma is completely separated from subtle and gross bodies. He is only just in that state experiencing its own So little bliss, whatever is there in that soul. So that is known as deep sleep state. Deep sleep state or sushupti is possible so when it has body actually. When it get body, because of deep ignorance, what will happen? So subtle and gross bodies, so time being are disconnected actually. Not permanent disconnection. So they are just disconnected from, that Jivatma is disconnected from subtle and gross bodies. So then that's why it is experiencing some bliss in the state. After getting up, that's why it will recall that bliss and think that, oh, I was happy. In deep sleep state, I was happy. This is the experience recalled actually. It is not after getting the awakened state, this experience is just so recalled. I was happy. Aham sukham avapsam. I was happy. So in Mahavishnu's body, how they are? What is their situation? They are like deep sleep state, definitely. But there is no subtle and gross body with them. They are simply covered with avidya. Avidya and what is else? And also karma. So anadi, beginningless karma and avidya is covered with that Jivatma. So that's why Jivatma is not able to know who is he. So it is not able, that is known as conditioned soul. What is the meaning of conditioned soul? So Jivatma is always pure, but that is being covered by avidya along with karma actually. It is covered with avidya along with karma and it is not able to know who is he. Even it is having the ability to know. So because Jivatma being a part and parcel of Lord and it is a Chit Padartha, being Chit Padartha, it is having the capacity to know. And also it is having the original sense of I. A right sense of I also it is having. True sense of I also it is having. That small particle. So that's why it can know I am soul. But being covered by avidya, not able to know. And also it is accompanied with what? Karma. So now it is just waiting in the body of Mahavishnu. Waiting means they are lying actually. You can say they are just lying. Now what is required actually? To enjoy that karma, it needs no subtle and gross bodies. Also to do further karma, it needs subtle and gross bodies. Also to get liberation, it needs subtle and gross bodies. Matrardham cha bhavardham cha atmane kalpanaya cha. There are three reasons why Lord gives subtle and gross bodies. Matrardham cha. To Jivatma is now being covered with avidya and also accompanied with karma. It needs subtle and gross bodies to enjoy that karma, whatever it is having. So matrardham means enjoying karma, existing karma. Bhavardham cha, to do further karma. So it needs subtle and gross bodies. Atmane kalpanaya cha, also to get out from that avidya. There should be a chance for Jivatma. If Lord keeps Jivatmas always like that only in his body, then where is the chance of liberation? Where is the possibility to get liberated? So that's why the chance should be given to that Jivatma. So because of these three reasons, he glances on Prakriti. Through that glances, all these Jivas enter into Prakriti, and the process of getting subtle and gross bodies begins with what? Begins with production of these 24 elements. That is the first step. So getting, that means production of these 24 elements, 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 10. So then after that we have the due process. So Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu so also is manifesting, and then after that Brahmaji, and then Brahmaji, exactly, Brahmaji gives, based upon checking the karma of every Jivatma, he gives subtle and gross bodies. The portion, that means he gives 4 elements, these are subtle elements, 4 elements, and also remaining that, so 20 elements. How much amount of working senses should be given? How much amount of knowledge senses should be given? How much amount of, so earth, water, that means this body should be given. What kind of body? All these things are decided based upon the karma of that Jivatma. But Jivatma is being covered with avidya, not able to know who is he. So then after that, further what will happen? So then further it is going to get these, so subtle body. What is that subtle body? Subtle body is comprised of what? These 4 things: ahankara, chittam, intelligence, and mind. So that we are seeing in text number 14. Mind, intelligence, ahankara, and chittam. These are the 4 elements. So what is written here? The 4 internal senses or subtle senses described herein are defined by different characteristics. When pure consciousness is polluted by material contamination, and when identification with the body becomes prominent, one is said to be situated under the false ego. What is the meaning of this line? You all see your purpose. You have. So when pure consciousness is polluted by material contamination, and when identification with the body becomes prominent, one is said to be situated under false ego. What it mean? Pure consciousness means, where is that pure consciousness? Where is that? Pure consciousness? Yes, soul's nature is pure consciousness. Soul can be contaminated? No. Soul cannot be contaminated. Soul is always pure. So, but how that means now conditioned soul means what? Covering only. Like our eyes having the ability to see, but when they are covered with darkness, so do you need to go to hospital to check up eyes? Because you are not able to see things in darkness. Is there any need? No need, na? That means eyes, you are not able to see the things with your eyes. That means do you need to go to hospital? No need actually. Where you should go? Wherever there is a light, there you should go. Is there any repair is required for eyes? No. So that means what you to see what you need, you just to come out from darkness. So that's why, do we need to modify soul? No need of modification of soul. Then what is needed? Removing avidya is enough. So that is our target actually. Liberation means removing of avidya. So when this avidya is covering Jivatma is not able, then in that state it is not able to know who is he. So what is written here in this line, in this purport? When pure consciousness is polluted by material contamination, and when identification with the body becomes prominent, one is said to be situated under false ego. So what it mean? Pure consciousness is belonging to soul. So soul is always pure. So that's why the consciousness emanating from that soul should be always pure. But when it is covered with avidya, what is the thing is happening? that Jivatma is having ability to know, but I am soul, but it is not able to know. So now Brahmaji, what he is doing? Brahmaji is giving based upon seeing the karma of the Jivatma, he is giving further what? False ego. And because of this false ego, now this Jivatma is identifying falsely. By avidya, what is happening? The true sense of I is covered. So that's why not able to know who am I, not able to know who is he. Not only this, then what? Ahankara, false ego, what it is doing? It is giving false sense of I. So avidya role is different, false ego role is different. That should be clear. Everyone sleeping actually. Huh? So technical means little bit sleep. Ye kya hai? No problem. I will ask questions. At last 5 minutes, I will ask questions. Not you are going to ask. What is the role of avidya? What is the role of false ego? So and pure consciousness means Jivatma is always pure, and now it is covered with avidya. So that's why now the pure Jivatma is having the true sense of I. That is covered now with avidya. So that Jivatma is not knowing himself as body, not identifying himself as body. To do that, you need to have another arrangement actually. You should give one more thing. Who is giving that? False ego? Brahmaji gives. Subtle and gross bodies, who gives? Brahmaji gives. In subtle body, what things are coming? False ego. So, when this false ego is given, then it started identifying. So, I am this, I am that, like that. So, then what is, that means the role of false ego is giving false sense of I. False sense of I. Then what is the role of, next what are things are said here? Mind, intelligence and Chittam. Chittam means, in English what is written here? Consciousness. What is this actually? Chittam is consciousness, and now Jivatma is also having the consciousness. What is the difference between these two? My question is clear. Chittam means, what is the meaning of Chittam? Consciousness. And consciousness is a symptom of soul. So you tell me now clearly, that means Chittam is the symptom of soul? No, Chittam is what? Is gross material element. And Jivatma is spirit. How the material element is the symptom of spirit? My question is clear or not? Then what is the answer for this? Contaminated consciousness. Means, we say Chittam is equal to consciousness. And also we say consciousness is the symptom of soul. We know Chittam is coming from, it is one of the 24 elements, means it is coming from Prakriti. That means it is a material element. How material element is a symptom of soul? Yeah. Yes. Very good. Acha Prabhu, mic you want to say in mic? Give to him. Give him.
So the Prabhu was asking about Chittam, which is Brahma providing, and the Chitta, which is the consciousness. Both are different in the sense because anadi karma, the jiva has already got impression on the different sanskaras, which is temporary. So that makes the subtle body portion of antakarana, Chittam. But the Chitta, the consciousness of the soul is eternal, as it's pure, that he is part and parcel of Krishna, servant of Krishna. That is both two different things. So that's how it.
So I will explain, I will try to explain. So one more clearly. So consciousness, like you see a lamp actually. Huh? Soul is like a lamp. From lamp what comes? Light comes. Lamp is at one place, but light is spreading entire room. So here, soul is pure, is like a lamp, and from that soul, what is emanating? Consciousness is emanating actually. So that consciousness is always pure. So because of that consciousness only, soul is able to know even some ant is biting here on the hand, but soul who is in the heart, which is situated in the heart, it is able to know. So ant is biting here. How the consciousness of soul is spreading entire body. So, but now what is the role of Chittam? Chittam is coming, is a portion of Mahatattva actually. Chittam is portion of Mahatattva, and which element is prominent in that? Out of three modes, which mode is prominent? Sattva-guna is prominent actually. So that's why Chittam, which is portion of Mahatattvam. Mahatattvam is what? Mahatattvam is coming from Pradhana or from Prakriti. So Mahatattvam first comes. So that Mahatattvam portion is Chittam, that is given to every Jivatma based upon its karma. So initially this Chittam is pure because it is out of goodness. Pure means in what sense? It is pure because of goodness. It is in the goodness. So the consciousness emanating from the Jivatma is different. Here this Chittam is different. So which is portion of Mahatattvam. And this Mahatattvam, so portion that is Chittam, what it does? So it is a storehouse of the impressions. So what we know, Jivatma, which is covered with avidya and also accompanied with what? Karma. Karma means previous life, water. That means in the previous Brahmaji's creation, it accumulated so many kinds of impressions. Now when Brahmaji gives this Mahatattva portion, Chittam, to this Jivatma, first initially what happens? This karma, whatever is there, that means impressions are there. Immediately those are all installed in this Chittam. So like rainwater is coming from sky. When it touches earth, immediately that water, pure water becomes impure. Same way, so Chittam, which is out of goodness, when it is given to Jivatma, which is having karma, that Chittam immediately becomes polluted actually. Means all the impressions are installed into that. So then that Chittam is now possessing the various thousands of impressions, millions of impressions. That is the definition of Chittam, but what it does? It is the actually facilitator actually. This Chittam only is facilitating that consciousness of Jivatma. We say that's like a light of the lamp. So that is spreading entire body through Chittam only. Also this consciousness can spread outside to the body also, where Chittam goes. So that's why whenever you have a object comes in your front of eyes, this object came in front of your eyes, first and foremost what happens? So your Chittam travels from your eyes through your eyes, and it reaches to where? To this object. Chittam has to travel first. So then after that what will happen? That means Chittam is nothing but attention. If that means now your Chittam is touching this object, means your attention is towards chanting bag. That means your consciousness traveled to where? To chanting bag. So then after that next step what happens? You have eyes. These eyes will capture the image of this chanting bag. So eyes are capturing, and what it does, eyes will be capturing that photo image, and it gives to mind. Mind is further, it is taking to and giving to intelligence. Intelligence, what it does actually? Intelligence will be comparing with all the images which are existing in your Chittam. In your Chittam already your mother or elders showed this object in your childhood and told that, hey, this is object called as chanting bag. This is object called as chanting bag. This is object called as chanting bag. Like that, you are trained actually. That trained information is where it is now existing in. That means this image and also the name of this image, the chanting bag, both are stored in Chittam. Now intelligence, what it does? This new image, whatever is there with it, this new image and the existing, that means matching, it does matching, intelligence. With the already learned image and the name is there in the Chittam, with that it compares my intelligence, and finally intelligence decides. That's why that intelligence role is what? Making decision. So it decides that this is chanting bag. So that's why this is chanting bag. This knowledge is produced where? Where it is produced? Where it is produced? Sleeping actually. Where it is produced? It produced in intelligence. But and then after that, I like it. So liking is the function of whom? Mind. So Chittam is, if you're, once again I will explain. So Chittam is not going to the chanting bag, even it is in front of your eyes. Your Chittam went to some sound which is coming from far place. So in that case, your consciousness traveled wherever Chittam goes. That means your attention is there in that sound. Even in that case, it is in your front of eye, in your front of eyes. You are not able to process what is this object. We are not able to process what is this object. So that's why wherever Chittam goes, there only your attention is possible. So that's why what is the role of Chittam? Chittam stores all the impressions, and also it is cause for the attention, means general awareness. And the specific knowledge is whose role? Specific knowledge is the, who is producing specific knowledge about that object? Intelligence. And liking and disliking, whose function? Mind. And what is the role of false ego? Giving false sense of I to the Jivatma, which is covered with avidya. So that's why, so you came to, intelligence is able to decide this is chanting bag, but now you are getting false sense of I towards intelligence, and then you will say that I know this object. But actually, who is knowing? Who is knowing? Intelligence is knowing. But what we say? I know. And who is liking? Mind is liking. But what you say? Since your false ego creating or giving sense of I towards whom? Mind. So that's why now the function of mind is claimed by this Jivatma, which is covered by avidya, is also known as conditioned soul. So, this is the way, these 4 elements, what is written in the purport, you see. When pure consciousness is polluted by material contamination and when identification with the body becomes prominent, one is said to be situated under false ego. That means, here 2 things, pure consciousness is polluted. Polluted means what? It is covered by avidya. And also, getting false sense of I means what? It is covered by also with false ego. So 2 things are covered here in this line. Consciousness is the function of the soul. In the word-to-word meaning, Chittam is also said as consciousness. And Prabhupada is writing if consciousness is the function of the soul means like the lamp and its light. You should remember that. So that original consciousness, Jivatma is having the, so originally consciousness means, because Jivatma is a Chit Padartha, that's why automatically it is having the ability to know. That ability to know actually is known as here consciousness, and it is spreading actually. And therefore, behind consciousness there is soul. Consciousness polluted by material contamination is called ahankara. So also, what is said in translation, the internal subtle senses are experienced as having 4 aspects in the shape of mind, intelligence, ego and contaminated consciousness. Distinction between them can be made only by different functions. So what are the different functions? I already explained. So these things you are going to know in the coming slokas. Definition of intelligence, definition of mind, definition of Chittam and also definition of false ego. Okay? So try to understand, these things are very important. If you don't know all these things, understanding Krishna consciousness is also just a vague. It's a vague consciousness. It's a mental speculation. So the subtle understanding of elements and also what is the conditioned soul and what is the liberated soul and what is the, so soul with Parshad Deha has to be known clearly to become Krishna consciousness rightly, in a right way. Otherwise, why it is explained actually? It is explained to wake up jivas from sleep actually. We are in a deep sleep. So which is nothing but Maya. Maya is making all of us to sleep in her lap. And so to wake up from that state, we should know about that Maya. Like if your hand is burned with fire, so then you have to burn again to heal that burning. Vahinina taptamangam vahininaiva shamyate. So hand burned by fire can be healed by the just appropriately by showing fire only, it will be cured. Similarly, people who are sleeping in the lap of Maya will be waken up by discussing thoroughly about functions of Maya. So then we'll understand what is pure soul, and then after that we'll understand what is a soul which does bhakti. So what happens in that state? Those things will be known. Thank you very much. Maybe 1 or 2 questions too. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Sorry. Bro, as you are telling that in the Mahavishnu's womb of Mahavishnu, Jiva has just karma and avidya.
Yes.
We know that like avidya, 5 layers of avidya,
Yes,
starting from avidya, asmita,
Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. Yes.
So this asmita is nothing but false ego, right? Like misidentification of our own self.
Yeah.
And
So
the false ego, again, it's not there, as you're telling, it's not there when Jiva is sleeping in the Mahavishnu. It's given by Brahmaji after
Brahmaji actually, he creates
so
first.
Is there any difference or the same thing as asmita?
Yeah, very good. So initially they are covered with avidya. So where is this chapter only in the beginning, Vishwanath Chakravarti commentary, you can see there. So Ajiva Atma is covered with Anadi Avidya. Then after that Brahmaji, what he does, so that avidya, whatever is core avidya covering that Jivatma, is now further facilitated actually. So everyone's avidya is not in the same level actually. So further, that is, like you see, these 24 elements are created. Through these 24 elements, we are getting the varieties of things or not. Like we have taste. So example, I am giving taste. But in the 24 elements, taste is only one element. But that taste is manifesting into many forms. Like sweet, bitter, sour. Like this, many varieties are there, Nate. Are there, na? So seed forms, taste is one. In 24 elements, it is only one. But when this 24 element chunk is kept in the womb of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, and when it is just like when the male and female come together, the two liquids are combined together, and then that so is forming baby, and that in the womb of mother is taking the shape of bones, liver, tongue, and different types of varieties of the fleshes are coming out. Na? Same way, core 24 elements are turning into, taste is turning into 6 types of taste. Smell is also many types of smell. And thousands of types of smells we are experiencing. Why? How this varietiness is created? So it is created in the womb of in the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Same way, the core avidya is there, and varieties from that is created by Brahmaji actually. And he gives account to the karma, those avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesh. Initially, inherently, that means in the beginning, so in the body of Mahavishnu, the Jivatma is not liberated actually, is covered with avidya. So now that has to be facilitated actually, that avidya. Through these 5 types of avidyas, it is further facilitated. Like that. Okay? Thank you very much. Garandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.